In this video, I'll give you an overview of both tests. I'll also point out some key differences. This document is a document that I found online, and I will include a link to it in the Google Doc, so you can see it in its entirety whenever you like. To get us started, I want you to understand that both of these tests are designed to help universities test whether a student is ready to be successful. Universities do not want to admit students they feel will not do well, so they have this test to help them make that decision. First of all, these tests are quite long. 3 hours for the SAT and 2 hours and 55 minutes for the ACT. This is sort of meant to simulate what it would be like to take a university exam, which are generally longer than what you take in high school. There are some key differences, however, between the two tests. The SAT on the math section has a few less geometry questions. They also have a bit more time per question, and the main difference is that the SAT has a non-calculator section. That's what it sounds like, a section where you may not use any calculator. The ACT has a few more geometry questions and is a little bit more faster paced. We'll see the breakdown in just a second. The major difference is that the ACT has a science section. This is not something that we see on the SAT. Let's now break down how these are scored and timed. We see here that the SAT has 4 sections, as does the ACT. The 2 English sections, well, reading and writing on the SAT, are scored out of 800 points. 800 being the best score and 200 being the lowest score. The SAT also has 2 math sections, which combine to form another subscore of 800 points. After we score the math section, we add up the reading and math scores to combine for a total between 400 and 1600 points. You've probably heard the score 1600 before. That is the best score that you can get on the SAT. For the ACT, we have a reading and an English section. These sections are pretty similar to the SAT's reading and writing section. We only have 1 math section on the ACT, and we only have 1 science section. All of these sections are scored out of 36 points, 1 being the lowest, 36 being the highest. After they score all of the 4 sections, they average these results to get the total point score, which is another score between 1 and 36. 36 is the same as a 1600. These 2 scores represent the best possible score that you could get on the SAT. To take a look at the questions here, we can see that on the ACT, we have a little bit less time per question on similar sections. About 23 seconds less on the math section, about 12 seconds less on the English section, and in the reading section, we have about 22 seconds less. Please remember, however, that these are 2 different tests. Just because there's less time on the ACT doesn't mean that it's more difficult. In fact, most people score very similarly on the ACT and the SAT if they take both tests. But remember, it is not a requirement, and you should only need to take one of these based on which school you are applying to in the United States. In the next video, we'll take a look at how the Apex learning software can help you prepare for both of these tests. And again, if you want to see more free resources, this is the link down here to the site where I pulled this document. It also includes a couple more pages of more specific breakdowns into each section on both tests. See you in the next video.